Benefer, Uja. Okay. Great Awakenings. Gonna wait just a minute and then we'll start. And if you want to follow along with the notes, there's not a whole lot there yet. Go to tachia.com/dua-asar. Dua-asar. And I'll be adding to the page. Now there's just a couple of videos. Ubenefer. Dua for tuning in. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and start. Welcome to today's presentation of Cosmic Adorations. My name is Arit Tachia Amet. And according to the Neterian calendar of Temple Shatau Neter, this is the week, I call it strength, I don't like to say week, preceding the time of Sirius rising, the Heliacal Rising of Sirius, which starts around July 20th to the 23rd, depending on your location and time zone. And so for each day preceding Sirius rising, we honor the birth of the Enneads from the Asarian tradition. And that would be yesterday on the 13th, we had Ra, and today is Asar. The next we have Heru, then Set, then Nebuchadnezzar, then Aset, and then Sopdet, Sirius. And that then the next day represents the Kemetic New Year, 38,789. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as my calculations, that's 38,789, which is much older than 2023 and much older than 6,000 years. And that's just based on certain records or carbon dating. There are also calculations that say that Kemet is at least 200,000 years old. Humanity is probably 1,000,000 years old, even though they only say it's a few 100,000 years old. Dua for wanting to join. These are more like concerts, so I don't have other people join in. I will be having one of those multi-guest presentations soon. This is a presentation of Asmadaji Temple of Divine Light Healing and Sweet Sounds, and it's devotional music for Asar. Asar represents the universal soul. So anytime you see in their teaching something about Asar, it's actually about you and I, about each one of us. All right, so I'm going to open the altar. Start with candle. Here. And then we have the incense for air. Well, the light of the candle represents the Aku, the divine light within that is to be awakened. The incense represents the fragrance of the personality, which exudes with the divine odor as it rises up, attracts, and communes with the divine. It carries our prayers. Next, we have the water offering, which represents the one-pointedness of the mind towards the divine. And Asar is the green god, represents the vegetation of life. So I have one green today. Let's have some microgreens. And also this beautiful top I got in Abydos, which is the Abdu where Asar temple is located. Temple of Asar is located. And I was gifted this lovely ankh while I was there by one of the vendors. And they also gifted us, it's kind of coming apart, gifted us with this little wheat offering. I don't know what you would call this, wheat art. Asar is symbolizes the wheat, all the grains. And then we have this wonderful book by Dr. Wada Ashby, Temple of the Soul, Initiation in the Temple of Asar at Abydos. Today's presentation is not about the wisdom teachings, it's just the music. But anyway, that's what's on the altar. Okay. All right. So we'll begin with the opening prayers. Opening chants, excuse me. And I can share the screen. Interested. Right. So as I already mentioned, today is the second day of the observance of the Heliacal Rising of Sirius, when Sirius rises with the sun. So you can't see it right now because it's rising with the sun. And then after July 21st, like I said, depends on your location. I usually don't see it till August, but you'll slowly start to see Sirius rising before the sun. Like right now, it's rising with the sun. And it's the year 38,789, according to the Neterian calendar. What's it? I think it's from the time reckoning from looking at the Sphinx and the pyramids at Giza. So we'll start with Anpu. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. Remove obstacles to my success in my spiritual practice. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. Lead souls through the narrow pathways to know the difference between real and unreal. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. Oh, Anpu, opener of the ways. Mesh between heaven and hell. Days black as night, golden as the day. If we watch by night is by day. I want to open the ways. I want to open the ways. May I do make my ties firm so that I may stand upon them. I want to open the ways. I want to open the ways. I wash myself in the waters where Anpu washed himself, where he was the officer of embalmer and bandager. I want to open the ways. I want to open the ways. My lips are the lips of Anpu. 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 A tap. Oh, forgot to add this one. Just realized I forgot to add one. Okay. Now we have the four great truths. And I'll read the translation for you. This is from the Temple of Asar Neter handbook. Number 1, the Neter, the Supreme Being, is one and alone and is never manifesting everywhere in all things in the form of gods and goddesses. Number 2, lack of righteousness brings fetters to the personality, and these fetters lead to ignorance of the divine. Number 3, devotion to the divine leads to freedom from the fetters of Set. And number 4, the practice of the Shade disciplines leads to knowing oneself as a divine. This is called being true of speech. And currently my focus is on number 3. Devotion to the divine leads to freedom from the fetters of Set. Say what you say, not food, say you say. Adishani Rakabin Makeru. Monetary, oh, never shared him, Neteru. On the odds, we sell, you said, say, come in. Say what you say, not food, say you said. Adishani Rakabin Makeru. Monetary, oh, never shared him, Neteru. On the odds, we sell, you said, say, come in. Say what you say, not blue, say you said. Adishani Rakabin Makeru. Monetary, oh, never shared him, Neteru. On the odds, we sell, you said, say, come in. Say what you say, not blue, say you said. Adishani Rakabin Makeru. Do a Hotep. Right. Uja Simba. So grateful that you are here tuning in for this presentation of Cosmic Adorations. Right. Now we have the chant for Om Nebuchadnezzar Capital Asar Om. Nebuchadnezzar came forth as Kepra and as the creator of all that is, and then Nebuchadnezzar came forth as a human as Asar. So this is a offering of devotion to the 3 forms of Nebuchadnezzar. Om Nebuchadnezzar, Capital Sorrow. 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 chants that are to be offered before, reading from the Purdah Maru or other texts. And so the next offering, Adoration to the Divine in the form of the moon, Asar. Here's the translation. Oh, it's not plugged in. Okay. Adorations to Asar, Unafar. Divinity great, personality in the heart of Abdu, King of eternity. Lord of forever, traveling for eternities. In form raised he, son primary of body of Nut, engendered by Gib, master lord of the Uraret crown, exalted white crown, prince of gods and goddesses and people. I am so grateful for the organization that is unfolding. You are Sar, Unifer, Netra, Herababdu, Sutin, Hey, Nebjata, Sebebi, Hey, you are Sar, Unifer, Netra, you are Sar, Unifer, Netra, you are Sar, Imha, Hotep, in Cat, Newt, Utet, in Geb, Arpat, Neb, you are Sar, Unifer, Netra, you are Sar, Unifer, Netra, you are Sar, Uratai, Heti, Neteruim, take, you are Sar, Unifer, Netra, you are Sar, Unifer, Netra, glory to Asar, Nefer, glory to Asar, Nefer, glory to Asar, Nefer, glory to Asar, the great God within us, glory to Asar, Nefer, glory to Asar, Nefer, glory to Asar, Nefer, glory to Asar, the great God within us. Do Asar. Well, I'm so glad you enjoyed that song. This song is a combination of songs I learned from Seba Ma and Ua Bratim. So Dua to Seba Ma and Dua Ua Bratim and Dua Asar. The songs that have not been released officially on Spotify and YouTube, you can find them on my Bandcamp channel, tachia.bandcamp.com. I'm slowly but surely getting the rest of them recorded. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Thank you so much, Derek. I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad you appreciate the music and wisdom teachings. I do too. All right. Okay. Here's another one learned from Seba Ma. Again, this is a presentation of Asmajishi Temple of Divine Light, Healing, and Sweet Sounds in honor of Asar, the birthday of Asar, during this week, or during this strength. I don't like to say week, the days preceding the heliacal rising of Sirius, when the sun and Sirius rise in a pattern similar to the DNA, representing one day each strength for the birth of Nut, the birth by Nut to the deities. And in some traditions, it's only 5 days, like the Dogon tradition in Mali is 5 days in September, and synchronistically, Sept is another name for Sirius. So the story goes that Nut and Geb were in a unending embrace, and Ra was like, you guys, you have to stop making love so that creation can be created. And so Shu was sent to raise Nut up. You've probably seen that image with Nut arching over Geb, the earth. And but she became pregnant. She was pregnant, and Ra forbade her from giving birth. So Jehuti gave us 5 extra days in the year so that she could give birth to Asar, Hedu, Set, Aset, and Nebuhet. So that's where the 5 days come from. And then in this Neterian calendar, they also honor the birth of Ra, because Nut gives birth to Ra every day. And then Sirius is being reborn during the Dog Days of Summer. So this is another song for Asar that I learned from Sebama. It's a little different, but it's where I got the inspiration. And thank you for the love, for all the hearts. Thank you so much. It all adds up. Nukpunuka Sarasar. 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 Hotep, Jewel Asar. So in case you're new to the Medu Neter or Neterian teachings, we say Nuk or Nukpu, that means I am. So I was saying I am that. I am Asar, the universal soul, the divine soul, the king of eternity. And in this tradition of Neterian, ancient Kemetic spirituality, we honor and worship the divine gods and goddesses, the ancestors. However, it's not it's not just to worship them and honor them, it's to invoke them within us and to become like them and to be them, because they're forces of nature. They're forces that were used to create everything that is. Like everything that is alive has these cosmic forces. They may be dormant because the people or objects are ignorant of them. However, they are there. And so when we chant or make offerings or give praise and meditate and dance and do yoga and follow the Kemetic diet and all the things that we're instructed to do, we become more and more like them each day. And the force that they represent becomes stronger in us. And our manifestations become more accurate and pure. So Okay. All right. So this next offering for Asar, Cosmic Adorations of Asar during the Heliacal Rising Week observance of the Kemetic New Year 38,789 at Asmadaji Temple, Divine Light Healing and Sweet Sounds, is a song. It's another chant for us, like I said, Nias and Hotep. Oh, I forgot to read the comments. Excuse me. Yes, good. Yeah, well, we shouldn't separate ourselves from the divine. That's the opposite. I know some traditions, I guess you do, but in this tradition, you want to be one with the divine, one with the ancestral cosmic forces of nature, the celestial cosmic forces of nature, the cosmic forces of nature. Want to be one with them. And I know in some practices, the divine is just one deity, like called God or Allah, or there's different names for the one divine, Yahweh. However, in this tradition, we have Neverger, which is the all-encompassing divinity. However, for people like me who are like more into the science of it and want to break it down and like manifest the way Kepra did, here's my illustration. This is the sun, Ra, which was created by Kepra. And then each cosmic force, each deity, each god or goddess is a ray of the sun. And it's not that any ray is more important than the other ray. Each ray is a representation of Ra. Each god or goddess, like you could just worship one god or goddess and you would still benefit from all the cosmic forces. So there's lots of ways of looking at it. So I'm happy with this calendar because we visit through all of them, not just one. So anyway, more comments. Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, that's a wonderful song, The Two Roads. Nebbit Hat will be on, let's see. I think Nebbit Hat's on the 19th. Let me just triple check here. It's right here. Yeah, I've got this is last year's calendar. I didn't buy the 2023 calendar because I'm moving away from the 7-day weeks, and I'm using the Dogon Sirius calendar because I'm really a serious girl. Oh, see, it has 10-day weeks. So let's see. Nebbit Het. So I'm kind of going back and forth between the two until I get it straightened out. So, okay, so here's the schedule. I guess I could have posted it. The 13th is Ra, the 14th is Asar, the 15th is Hedu the 16th is Set, the 17th is Aset, the 18th is Nebbit Het, the 19th is Sirius, and the 20th is the New Year, 38,789. So yeah, I'll post a little schedule that has the dates. I'm sure I did last year when I released the album Pauti Neteru. It's on Spotify where I have one song was released for each of these days. So this year I'm offering them live, but you can find them there. So here's, if you want to screenshot it, I guess you could. It's the same every year. It doesn't change with the year. It always starts on the 13th. Okay, so Nebbit Het will be on the 18th. Okay, so like I was saying, this is with the 10-day strengths. And you can also find this calendar on an app. I have a great little app on the app. Okay, so Nias and Hotep. This hekau comes from the Tep Neteru Sima Pout, the Egyptian yoga posture meditation system. And then I have a variation, the Aku Seneb reflective meditation movement system. It's a level 2. You can't do it if you're only level 1. And the pose for Asar, which some call the mummy pose. The very last line, I'm going to recite the whole thing, and then the last line is what inspired the song. I am Asar, Nuk Asar. What is it? Ooh. I endured the, something just fell from my ceiling and I lost my train of thought. I want to make sure I read it correctly. I have my own version. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let me get the official version. I have made the journey of creation and brought truth, justice, spirituality, and wisdom to the world. I endured the experience of suffering and engendered my child Heru, who redeemed me from the fate of death. Now I am resurrected, and I show the way for all who tread the path of life and death. The journey of the soul leads to me, so be raised, be joyous, be enlightened, in peace for eternity. So this offering is from the last line of that. Nias in the tap, Nias in the tap, Nias in the tap, Unshan is for eternity, and Anken is never ending. Somebody comes over here. Okay. Put the picture down. Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Unshan. Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Anken. Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Unshan. Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Anken. Nukasar, 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 Nukasar. Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Unshan. Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Anken. Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Unshan. Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Anken. Nukasar, 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 Nukasar. One more time. Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Unshan. Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Anken. Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Unshan. Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Nias in a tap, Anken. Nukasar, 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 Do Asar Hotep. I'll do a. Okay. I said I wasn't going to be doing it a lot with the teachings today, I'm going to do something anyway. Just going to open the book up and see where it takes us. I was looking for scripture. I opened it up. Okay, well, I'm going to read this page here. I might try to find the scripture too. This is from the Temple of the Soul Initiated Philosophy, and it's a description of a main panel at the Nefertim Hall. Okay, yeah, it does have the scripture. Okay. I don't know. Oh, okay. It's not about Asar. So let me see if I can find something about Asar. I like to just flip open the book, but this is not gonna. Due way to the Asar Haru complex. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'll have to save it for another time. I was feeling kind of brave, but I don't have it written out. Let me see if I can do it. No, I'm just going to go with what I got already planned. All right. This next offering, I can't see with my glasses right yet, is a song called Asar Ah, and it's about an aspect of Asar that represents the moon, symbolizing the moon. And it has Asar and Jehuti. And this morning, when I was preparing for this presentation, there's a bright object in the sky, and it was Jupiter, our moon. So the next song has a reference to our moon, and then also I saw the moon before the sun, so I decided to add these two. Let's start out. Oh, let's see. Should I read the English? I'm going to read the translation first. The first verse. Asar, the moon god of Eastern Delta, Sept, Sothis, Septet, Sopdu, Sirius, Imaya, Potolo, etc. Actually, let me. I wrote this song. I didn't write the song. I just looked up. I wanted to write a song about the moon, and I just looked up words in the hieroglyphic dictionary. I wanted to write a song about the full moon. And I wrote this song on the keyboards. It's like a rock, really rock song, rock vibes, like screaming guitar. I really miss playing with my band. I guess you can tell. And I haven't really tried to play this song without the keyboard, so it's be interesting. But anyway, when I wrote the song, the full moon happened to be in the sacred hoop. I do cosmic adorations on the sacred hoop, which is Gemini, Great Dog, Sirius, Raya, Asar. And it just like hit my heart, like, oh my gosh. And so the moon is not in Gemini right now, but it will be in a few days. Well, yeah, tomorrow actually. And it's during the time of Sirius rising. So I just thought it was extra fitting. So here's the translation. Asar, the moon god, form of Asar, the moon god, he who increases his form, a title of the moon god. Left eye of Haru, site of a moon temple, the home of the eye of Haru, the moon. Left eye of heaven, left eye of Ra, left eye of Haru, the moon god. So these are just different terms for, I just read you the translation of the, terms. Symbols just came done. Yeah, I gotta play the drums. Asara, can't you say Ajuti? Asara, can't you say Ajuti? Anari. You know what? This isn't working. Not working for me. I think I just missed the keyboard. It's just not the same without the guitar and everything. Try it again. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't see. All right, let me see. How am I going to do this? Try this again. That's better. Asara, can't you say it? Ajuti. Asara, can't you say it? Ajuti. Anha, anani, uakae. Anha, anari, uakae. Ati, abit, uari, ari, ati, abit, uati, uri, abit, amen, utgat, abit, amen, utgat, Asara, can't you accept Ajahuti? Asara, can't you accept Ajahuti? Anha, Anari, Ua, Kaef, Anha, Anari, Ua, Kaef, Ati, Abit, Ati Urit Ati Abit Uati Urit Abit Abit Amen Oh God Abit Abit Amen Oh God Asara can to say Aduti Asara can to say Aduti Do a Asar Do a Jehuti Do a Sept Hotep Yay! Oh, it's just not the same without my band, though. One of these days. We started to record it, I think, right when COVID or right before COVID. I'm not sure. We started working on it, and then just life happened. COVID happened, and now life is happening. We just haven't gotten back to it. Right? Now, the last song is going to be kind of intense. Guess I. This one here. All right, so I have not offered this one publicly before, other than the recording. First time for everything. Okay. This one has the symbols. It's interesting how most of the music for the gods, most of it is on the drum or just rhythm, not so much the harp. I didn't plan it that way. I mean, there's a few songs with the harp, but most of them for the Asar just doesn't have the harp. I was really getting into that last one towards the end. So emotional. Okay, I'm going to read the translation first. And again, this is just, I looked up words for Asar, different terms, and made a list, and this melody came through. So here's a translation of the terms in this song. And, you can repeat after me, call and response. There's a lot of call and response. So the first phrase is Asar, the lung god and giver of breath to the dead. Asar, the myrrh god. Asar Ptah, the Lord of life. Asar, the Lord of life. Asar of the earth. Asar, Lord of the lands of life. Lord to the limits of the earth. Asar, chief of corn, all forms of grain. So I'm just going to pause right there. Limits of the earth. And then the image of Nut over Geb. And then you might have seen the image of Asar where he's laying down on a leonine bed. And I believe it's Heru or Anpu is pouring water on Asar, and then there's wheat growing from him. So when you see like fields of wheat, especially when you're in Abydos, that's Asar. Chief of corn, all forms of grain. Asar, god of vegetation, herbs, reeds, plants, grass, vegetation. Yeah. So, this song is called Asar, the Green God. And if you missed it, the introduction, this beautiful green green shirt is from Temple, not the temple, the hotel in Abydos, the Per Ankh. It's a beautiful hotel. If you ever are in Abydos, that is where I would recommend you stay. It might be the only place, actually. It's a beautiful temple. There's so much there because there's different shrines for each deity. It's not just for one deity. There's shrines for different deities within the temple. So you have to give yourself a few days there, not just one day. Juasarani, Juasaranti, 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 Juasar Patanebon, Juasar Nebon. Juasar Patanebon, Juasar Nebon, Juasar Imtan, Juasar Neptan, Juasar Imtan, Juasar Neptan. Juasar never Juasar Kinti never. Juasar never Juasar Kinti never. Juasar Aku Akui. Juasar Aku Akui. Juasar Aku Akui. Juasar Aku Akui. Juasaranti. 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 Juasar Patanebon, Juasar Nebon, Juasar Patanebon, Juasar Nebon, Juasar Imtan, Juasar Neptan. Juasar Imtan, Juasar Neptan, Juasar never Juasar Kinti never, Juasar never Juasar Kinti never. Juasar Aku Akui. Juasar Aku Akui. Juasar Aku Akui. Juasar Aku Akui. In the myth of Asar, he was killed by his brother Seth. Resurrected by sister wife Aset. Spirit resurrected, became Lord of the West. His body became the sustaining Sirius essence, which causes vegetation. To Asar, the green god. To Asar, the sustenance of life. All food that is eaten is Asar. Sineter iri metuan. May God make the vascular system flourish. To flourish is the greening. A healthy one is green like a sun. Asar is the essence of the Duat, astral, and tower. The Duat is the unconscious mind. Asar transcends the thinking mind. Consciousness you experience during deep dreamless sleep. The hidden aspect of the human heart. This is what we call a moon, Asar, a moon. Do a Asar moon, do a Asar 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 moon. Do a Saranti, do a Saranti. Do a Saranti, do a Saranti. Do a Sarpatanebon, do a Sarnebon. Do a Sarpatanebon, do a Sarnebon. Do a Sarimtan. Do a Sar Nepton. Do a Sar Nepton. Do a Sar Nepton. Do a Sar Nevager. Do a Sar Kintinefer. Do a Sar Nevager. Do a Sar Kintinefer. Do a Sar Akuakui. Do a Sar Akuakui. Do a Sar Akuakui. Do a Sar Akuakui. Do a Sar. Do a Asar. Do 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 Asar, Hotep. Do Asar Amun, Hotep. Hotep. Yeah, so tonight, well, no, not tonight. This tomorrow morning, excuse me, tomorrow rising. If you're up before sunrise and you see a very bright object, it's not Sirius yet. It's not a comet. It's Jupiter, which in this system at Osmodiji Temple, Jupiter is our moon. And then you'll see a very thin sliver of the moon. They call it the toenail of the divine, the toenail of God of Nebuchadnezzar. And that will represent Asar. So you can think back to this song. You can listen to it on Spotify, YouTube, Bandcamp. Do Asar the Green God. Yes, it's a beautiful, beautiful song. And I'm so glad I got to sing it. Today's the first time I've offered it live. Okay. And we're going to close out with Asar, Aset, and Haru. Let's see. I only have like one drum beat. I don't know why. I guess if I was playing with other people, it would be okay because everyone would have their own beat. I always play the same one. So this is a variation of Pauti Neteru. It's just going to be Asar, Aset, and Haru. Thank you for the love. Do Asar, do Asar, do Asar, do Asar. Do Aset, do Aset, do Aset, do Aset. Do a Haru, do a Haru, do a Haru, do a Haru. Nuku Asar, Nuku Asar, Nuku Asar, Nuku Asar. Nuku Aset, Nuku Aset, Nuku Aset, Nuku Aset. Nuku Haru, Nuku Haru, Nuku Haru, Nuku Haru. So you can just visualize them coming into your sacred space. Like when you go to the Temple of Dendera, you're walking up the stairs to the chamber where it's all about the resurrection of Asar. And they have the deities, like they're going up the stairs on one side and down the stairs on the other side. When I'm doing this Pauti Neteru song, I like to visualize them coming into my space, either my room where I am or into my heart sacred center. So, and you can chant with me or call a response. Do Asar, do Asar, do Asar, do Asar. Do Asar Hotep. Okay, Nefer. Dua for tuning in. Thank you for staying to the end. Thank you for watching on the replay. And if you're at the YouTube, you can see I have the video for the songs. And then I did a little funny video where I put on the Hulk filter, the She-Hulk filter, and acted out some of the scenes. I danced some of the scenes from the song. It's really fun. Oops. Dua. Okay, so thank you so much again for tuning in. If you're just tuning in, you can catch the replay on Tachia Ahmet YouTube and also Tachia Ahmet Instagram. And the web page is tachia.com/dua-asar. And I'm catching up on posting clips from these cosmic adorations. I will start with this one and go to the raw yesterday and then the other ones. And I will also post the schedule of the strengths. And you can find the songs for each day of the strength on Spotify, YouTube under Pauti Neteru, the album. All right. Once again, this is Arit Neteres Medimaati, aka Tachia Ahmet, with this special presentation of Cosmic Adorations for the birthday of Asar, the Neterian Observance of the Kemetic New Year 38,789, not 2023, not 6,000, not even 12,000, 38,789, and we know it's even older than that. This presentation is 7 days preceding the Heliacal Rising of Sirius, which begins, depending on your location, on the 21st. You know, it said that it appears over Kemet first, and then, of course, Mali, and then over in the sacred pyramids in Maya land, Olmec land. I usually don't see it rise until September because I'm not right at the horizon. So sometime in September. And then also, we have two calendars we're working with. The Dogon Sirius calendar. That was the name of my first band, by the way, Dogon Sirius. from the Earth Center, and you can also get an app. And so it has the 10-day strengths. This is a traditional Egyptian calendar. So there's 12 months of those, and then the last month for Nut, where she gives birth to the 5 deities: Asar, Aset, Hadu, Set, and Nebuchadnezzar. And then also we have the calendar put out by the Temple of Amun. And like I said before, I've stopped using the 7-day calendar, 7-day strength calendars, and also there's so many Kemetic and Egyptian temples with the holy days, and there's just too many for me. Like look at December, just like off the chart, and I was just wearing myself out. You can see there's so many holy days, so I switched to the Cosmic Adorations, where they have every divine holy day. Let's see, when's the next divine holy day? Every divine holy day, I make an offering for the divinity of the week. They have different of the strength. They have different ones for the decans. So the next one for that will be on Sunday. Thought it was tomorrow. So there'll be 2 presentations on that day. Let's see, what is the deity? Yeah, I've never heard of this one. IHR. Sometimes they're deities I've never heard of. So they're very short. And yep. Oh, okay. So I was showing this one. So on this calendar with the 7 days, it starts on the 13th and goes to the 20th, which will be the 38,789. All right. And you can get that calendar from templeofamun.com. All right. So I will be back tomorrow rising for a presentation of Heru. And I don't know what time. I'm making this process as stressless as possible. So it will be sometime before the middle of the day. And I'm doing my best to get the replays out today. Dua Hotep, Dua Asar. Thank you for being here. Your presence is a gift to me. Hotep. Thank you for being here, both live and the replay. Hotep.